Topping the news tonight, a further relaxation of COVID-19 restrictions as the government moves to strike a balance between bolstering the economy and keeping Bahamians safe. Prime Minister the Most Honourable Dr. Hubert Minnis made the announcement from the office in Grand Bahama today, acknowledging a flattening of the curve on that island, as Altaviz Munnings tells us tonight.
1 month ago today, Grand Bahama recorded 31 COVID-19 cases. And as of yesterday, September 6th, no new cases were reported, although there are 585 confirmed cases on that island. Prime Minister the Most Honourable Dr. Hubert Minnis thanked Grand Bahama residents, including public and private officials like medical and security personnel, the feeding networks and businesses, for their sacrifice, resilience and determination during this difficult time at a national press conference earlier this afternoon. He also used the opportunity to announce a number of amendments to the Emergency Powers COVID-19 orders for Grand Bahama, Acklins, Abaco, Andros, the Berry Islands, Bimini, Cat Island, Crooked Island, Eleuthera, Exuma, Anagua, and Mayaguana. Not included is New Providence, where he says health officials are still working to lower the community spread of COVID-19.
Retailers will be able to offer in-store service. Restaurants will be able to offer indoor dining services, provided they follow the physical distancing, mask wearing, and sanitization protocols in the order. Fish fry establishments will continue with takeaway and curbside services only. The changes announced today mean that businesses that had not been permitted to open or that were opened with restrictions may now operate following the public health measures. They may determine their operating hours operating from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. And this is except for New Providence. Let me again note that the risk of spreading COVID-19 is higher with regard to indoor activities and lower in regard to outdoor activities. And this is why we have continued to make certain distinctions in terms of outdoor and indoor activities. In keeping with these distinctions, I note that residents on all islands in the second schedule, except for New Providence, may have small social gatherings of up to a maximum of 10 people.
All islands can now exercise between 5 a.m. and 10 p.m. with group exercise allowed from 5 a.m. to 12 noon. Beaches are now open from 5 a.m. to 12 noon, as well as
charters are now allowed, including inter-island charters, provided that individuals comply with the inter-island travel orders. Inter-island commercial air travel may resume as normal as of this Wednesday, the 9th of September. COVID-19 test results are no longer required for inter-island travel, except for those traveling from New Providence. However, individuals traveling from islands included in the second schedule, including Grand Bahama, will continue to be required to quarantine for 14 days upon arrival at their destination.
Then he touched on Grand Bahama, noting that government is working hard to rejuvenate that island.
The two major investment projects approved for Grand Bahama include the ITM Group Royal Caribbean Cruises and Lucaya Hotel Project and the Carnival Project. I am pleased to report that we remain positively engaged with our development partners on these projects. They remain committed to the implementation of these projects, which I will have more to say about in weeks ahead. The government is continuing discussions with Hutchinson Ports, along with the Grand Bahama Port Authority, to finalize an agreement on the best way forward in rebuilding a world-class Grand Bahama Airport.
The Prime Minister reminds the public that wearing a mask is mandatory and carries a $250 fine. He announced that construction sites will be fined for non-mask wearing and no physical distancing. The fine will be doubled on a second infraction, and the construction project will be closed down on a third infraction. He once again reiterated the need for all residents to wear their masks, wash their hands, and practice social distancing at all times. I'm Altaviz Munnings, ZNS Network News.